Hey YouTube, it's your boy Yacht, and today I kind of wanted to shift things a bit away from the PvP focus on Peroxide to talk about a bigger thing altogether. Is Peroxide dying? Or is it dead already? Well, to answer your question, yes, to both of them. Peroxide is absolutely dying, and it's no fault. There's no question that it isn't dying, or that it is. It has been dying for a while. Hell, it started dying when it didn't get a significant update for over a year. In fact, I'm kind of surprised that its community has gone on this long, because it has been a long time where Peroxide did not get an update, and then we got 2 updates in a row. Now, I will say, these 2 updates, they've been pretty good. As well, we haven't had major content updates in over a year. The last time we had a content update that actually got people on for not an event was the Stark update, which was over a year ago. And that should say something, okay? Because that should say something right off the bat, that it's been over a year since we've gotten a decent content update. There is a big problem that we have to address. There are several big issues in the game right now that I feel like need to be talked about and addressed. And I think today we're going to start off with the in-game reasons. So, in-game reasons why, well, I think the main reason is lack of content, okay? Lack of content and lack of other things to do, because the problem is Peroxide, unlike all those other games, is not a really grindy game. So the only thing you're really grinding for outside of the important things is just cosmetic things. You're grinding for cosmetics, because let's be for real, anything that is actually important to PvP is super readily available for you to get, and anything that isn't. Another aspect of the game that not a lot of people talk about is the balancing of the game, especially a lot of the negative balancing, I would say. I don't know if it's the dev team, the testers, or the people who or the balancing team themselves, but every single balancing update since January has been not good. Every single update, I would say, after they removed 5th M1 guard breaks, it's just been downhill since for PvP. Because, Peroxide was built around the 5th M1 guard break, and removing it completely changed how the game felt. Now, instead of, being a M1 based game, it became a M2 based game and a M1 trading based game, which honestly really affected the game. And another thing too is that certain races have been very much overrepresented over others. Soul Reaper and Arankar have gotten so many things. They've got so much content with them. Soul Reaper alone has 8 elements. They have a crap ton of stuff and PvE stuff. Hell, they have 2 bosses in their own thing. They have Vastal Rage, Visored, and Hoss all together. And that's with just Soul Reaper. With Arankar, there's just as much, because you have the entire Arankar progression system. You have all the Arankar buffs that they get. You have Hakuda with Soul Reapers and Arankars, and then you have Arankuda as well. And you have the fact that they have the only godly element in the game being Stark. And so, well, what about the other 2 races, Quincy and Fullbringers? Well, they're forgotten about, I would say. The problem is they can't compare. They just honestly can't compare. Quincy's and Fullbringers can. Because they are so much in the shadow of Soul Reapers and Arankars. Fullbringers are not even a finished race. They have 2 legendary clans, okay? They have 2 legendary clans. They have 6 elements, all right? 6, only 6. And Quincy's are not that much better. They still only have 7. They should have 8. We were promised Visionary a long time ago, and I guarantee you Visionary is either never coming out or most likely going to be coming out not this year. It's going to be coming out next year, or maybe even later, potentially in summer to late 2026, which would be absolutely devastating if that were to happen. As well, like the unbalanced things. Like, there's so many broken things in this game, and the problem is trying to run a skill build nowadays. You can't. Like, you just can't run a skill build anymore. And you might be saying, but oh, you just have a skill issue if you can't. Well, honestly, even if you were incredibly skilled and you were running a skill-based build, you would still lose to these people because of these buffs, to especially the Arrancar race as well. And you might have noticed that I have a disdain for Arrancars over the course of these videos, and I don't like them. It's mostly because the way I view it is I view it as Arrancars are getting the long end of the stick. They're getting everything. Whereas Fullbringers and Quincy's, the 2 races that I really like playing, haven't gotten that. They haven't received anything. They don't get that. And so I look at it as it's favoritism. But even with that favoritism aside, like, there's just balancing Arrancars and Fullbringers are not the biggest issue. The game needs content, okay? That's still the biggest issue. But now, to get out of the game-based stuff, let's talk about the behind-the-scenes stuff. And honestly, I think this matters more. The community is also incredibly bad, especially the main 4 factions. Because honestly, if I'm gonna be honest, the reason why most people still play the game is because of the official 4 factions. Those official 4 factions basically are holding the game together. And the problem is that they are very close to dying. That's honestly just some of my reasons why I think Peroxide is dying. I don't see this game, unless something drastic happens, or unless something crazy is gonna happen within the next, 4 months. I say this game has 4 months to choose. By February of 2026, or by the end of that month, Peroxide will probably be dead, fully. We are currently seeing the lowest amounts of players ever in Peroxide's history. We're seeing as low as 1.2 during the nighttime, and only 2.3 during the daytime. That's a wake-up call, Peroxide. If you guys wanna, save your game, actually do something about it. Don't just sit there and do nothing. Okay? I like Peroxide, I like the game, and I enjoy it. But I can't keep making videos about a game that gets about as much content as, hell, YBA and AUT, some of the most dead games of all time, get more content updates and have more active players than Peroxide. I don't know what game, if I'm going to make different content, I don't know if I'm going to do that yet. If you start seeing me making different based content, just know that I'm doing that, okay? Because I don't know if I can make Peroxide content anymore. It's so boring to do it. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe.